Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about improvement in food resources. Before going deep into the topic, let's first discuss why. Why do we need food? Okay, so why do we need food? Food provides us energy to carry out various functions. It aids to growth and development of an organism. It repairs injured part and protects us from diseases, correct? And also it provides vital nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, etc. Correct? Let's see where do we get food from? So there are mainly two sources. One is from plant and other one is animals. Okay. So when we grow plants in large quantity for food, then it is called agriculture. And when we get food from animals, to get food from animals, we care and breed animals. That is called animal husbandry. Okay. So now let's talk about the title of this chapter. Correct. What is the title? That is improvement in food resources. Why is that? What is the need to improvement improving the food resource? So let's say the population. Okay, India's growing population, right? India's population is growing rapidly, but the resources are scarce or limited. Okay, so to feed such large population, we need to increase the production of food in efficient manner with scarcity of resources, with limited resources, right? So this can be done by farming on more land. Okay, but India is already intensively cultivated, so it is necessary to increase the efficiency for both crops and livestock. Okay, now let's say there are actually various previous efforts done to improve food production. Okay, see this green revolution, white revolution, blue revolution, yellow revolution, golden revolution. There are many more. Okay, green revolution is the objective is to bump up production of food grains. Okay, mainly wheat. And in white revolution, increased milk production. In blue revolution, enhanced the fish production. Then yellow revolution increased the oil production. Okay, these are some previous efforts done by various scientists. Okay, next see what is the need for sustainable practices. Okay, so if you see a successful management of resources for agriculture is to satisfy the changing human needs. Okay, the human needs are ever changing, and to maintain and enhance the quality of environment, we need to conserve our natural resources, correct? So this is how the need of sustainable practices comes in. So what is the need? Why this question arised in the first place? So India is overpopulated, correct? So hence over exploitation of food resources, shelter and other resources occurs. So it causes various environmental problems such as soil erosion, desertification, deforestation, ozone depletion, biomagnification, like that. Okay, and there are many more to it. So there are things need to be done along with improvement in food resources, correct? So if there are a lot of food, okay, but you do not have the purchasing power or you do not have the money to buy it, then what would happen? There is no use of it, correct? So we need to increase the purchasing power of people. Okay, then increase the income of farmers, so that they can use it in further improvements in their life. Then scientific management practices to have better understanding and better farming practices. Okay, then need of mixed farming, intercropping, integrated farming, process for sustaining livelihood. These are all and these are all the efficient use of farming. Okay, so in limited land also, the food production can improve rapidly. Okay, okay, next let's see improvement in crop yield. See, so to improve in crop yield, first we need to see if the crop is meeting the energy needs or not. Okay, why does it need energy? Because like human being, they also need energy to grow, to develop, right? Okay, so there are various energy needs such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, fodder. So carbohydrates comes from crops like wheat, maize, rice, bajra, barley, and proteins come from crops like pulses, meat. Meat and egg meat and egg comes from animal husbandry. Okay, then fats comes from oil seeds and animal fats. Okay, then vitamins and minerals comes from various fruits, vegetables, spices. Okay, then fodder, which is needed for animal husbandry, comes from oats, basim, soden grass, etc. Correct. Now let's see various crop seasons. Okay, that the crop season plays a vital role uh, in production of various crops. Okay, so first we have kharif crop, then rabi and jaid. Kharif crop is rainy crops. Okay, it is grown in between June and October. Okay, so examples are soybean, paddy, maize, cotton, etc. And in the rabi crop is a winter crop that is grown and harvested between November to April. And examples are wheat, mustard, peas, grams, etc. And jade is a summer crop, which is sown and harvested between March and June. Okay, so the examples are brinjal, cucumber, watermelon, muskmelon, etc. Okay, so so next, see various scientific approaches to obtain high crop yield. So there are three main approaches. First one is crop variety improvement. We need to improve the crop variety to obtain high yield. Next we have crop production management, and then we have crop protection management. After production, protection is a vital step. Okay, so let's see crop variety improvement, or you can say high yield variety, HYV seeds. You have you must have already gone through that, right? So the factors by which variety improvement can be done are good and healthy seeds. Okay, good healthy seeds are needed for higher yield. Correct. Then next comes hybridization. What do you mean by hybridization? It is the process of crossing between two or more genetically dissimilar plant. Okay, the genetically dissimilar plants are crossed and to produce new variety with good characteristics of both crops. Okay, this is hybridization. Next we have introducing a gene that would provide desirable characters. We incorporate a gene with good properties to a particular seed. Okay, so these are the properties to be possessed by this improved seed. What are those properties? First we have high yield. Okay, so the main aim of crop improvement is to improve the productivity. Okay, and then next we have improved quality. So quality consideration of crop products varies from crop to crop, right? So this the seeds are to be preserved for quality purpose, improved quality purpose. Correct. Next we have biotic and abiotic resistances. So under different situation, crop suffers due to biotic stress such as insects, pests, diseases, and abiotic stresses such as water stress or frost, temperature variation, like that. Okay. Then we have changes in maturity direction. In some short duration crops, early maturation varieties can make the crop fit into double and multiple cropping. Right? In short span, we can produce more. Correct. Then wider adaptability. So if we develop a variety of crops which has a wider adaptability, then we can stabilize the crop production on different environmental conditions. A crop from a cold region can also be grown in a hot climate. Okay, that is the motto. Next we have photoinsensitivity and thermoinsensitivity. So what does that mean? So most plants are sensitive to certain abiotic factors like light and temperature. So they are photoinsensitive, and thermoinsensitive crops are varieties that will help in crossing the cultivation boundaries, right? So they can tolerate higher temperature. Okay, next we have desirable agronomic traits. If we develop this variety of crops which contain desired agronomic traits, then it will help in setting higher production. Okay. Next we have crop production management. So there are different practices by farmers. First one is nutrient management, second is irrigation, and third is cropping pattern. Okay. So nutrient management, first why plant needs nutrient? Plant need nutrients for its proper growth and development. Correct. So there are various sources from which plant get its nutrients, right? What are those sources? Air, water, and soil. From air it gets carbon and oxygen. From water it gets hydrogen and oxygen. From soil it gets two types of micronutrients and macronutrients. Macronutrients are NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and then calcium, magnesium, sulfur. Okay, in micronutrients they get iron, manganese, boron, zinc, copper, and chlorine. Okay, so the NPK, macronutrient, that is the primary plant nutrients. Okay, now let's see the role of manure and fertilizer in nutrients, which adds nutrients to plant production. Okay, so first manure is decomposed from decomposed form of dead plants and animal excreta used to increase crop production. They are decomposed in soil, and then they are used to increase crop production by giving out nutrients. Okay, so there are natural fertilizers, so they supply very less quantity of nutrients, but organic matter in manure is very large in quantity, correct? So there are certain advantages and disadvantages to manure. Let's see the advantages first. So these are all the good source of macronutrients. Okay, they improve soil fertility, they are cost effective, they're healthy and they grow healthy crops. Okay, then contributes to overall soil sustainability. What are the disadvantages then? They are bulky, so it is difficult to handle, and they are low in nutrient content, and the nutrient content also is not specific. Okay, so they also release their nutrients very slowly. Okay, so let's see the types of manure. There are three types of manure. One is green manure, second one is farmyard manure, and third one is compost manure. Okay, next let's say fertilizers. So fertilizers are plant nutrients, and those are manufactured in factories. They're manufactured commercially, okay, using various chemicals. So supply nutrients in high, they supply nutrients in higher quantities, and they have sometimes have organic matter, or sometimes have inorganic matters also. Okay, so what are the advantages and disadvantages? First, let's say the advantages. They are full of nutrients, they boost crop growth, they are nutrient specific. Okay, they rapidly provide essential plant nutrients, and they are portable and easy to transfer. The disadvantages are they're expensive, the constant use of fertilizers led to decline in soil fertility, they pollute water bodies and cause biomagnification, they reduce natural fertility of soil, and they also have a toxic residue in crop. Okay, so there are various groups of fertilizer. Those are nitrogenous fertilizer, phosphatic fertilizer, potassic fertilizer, complex fertilizer, and biofertilizer. Okay, from the name only you can understand nitrogenous fertilizer mainly contains nitrogen, phosphatic fertilizer mainly contains phosphate, potassic fertilizer mainly contains potassium, complex fertilizer have more than one or two elements in it. Okay, so the biofertilizers are organisms which enrich the soil with nutrients, and these are actually specific to croplands such as pulses, legumes, oilseeds, rice. Okay, so these are also renewable and non-pollutant source of plant nutrients. Okay, now let's see the differences between manure and fertilizers in various aspects according to origin. So manure comes from nature, animal and plant waste, and synthetic and fertilizer is manufactured synthetically in factories. The composition of manure is diverse, having diverse nutrients and organic matters, but fertilizer focus on specific nutrients, and it may have organic or inorganic matter. Okay, then the manure releases the nutrients slowly into the soil, but fertilizer provides a quick boost. Okay, then manure is prepared in field by decomposition, and fertilizers are prepared in factories. Manure provides humus to the soil, and fertilizer doesn't. Manure is comparatively less rich in plant nutrients, and fertilizer is rich in plant nutrients. Manure is economical or cost effective, and fertilizer is costly. Then manure has no harmful side effect, and it also improves the soil fertility. But fertilizer may harm living organism in the soil and also other plants and animals by biomagnification, by excessive use of fertilizer. Okay. Now let's see irrigation. So what is the irrigation? The process of supplying water to the crop plants. That's it. Okay. There are various types of irrigation like canal irrigation, tanks, wells, that is dug wells and tube wells. Then river valley projects, check dams, rainwater harvesting. These are all various types of irrigation system that is practiced in India. Okay, let's further discuss various cropping patterns. Okay, first we have this mixed cropping, then intercropping, then crop rotation. These are all different crop patterns that are used to maximize production. So mixed cropping is the practice of growing two or more crops simultaneously on same piece of land. Okay, it is an age-old practice in our country. Farmers usually mix the seeds of two crops and sow in the field. Correct. Its main objective is to minimize the risk and ensure against the crop failure, and also keeps the soil fertility intact. And some example of this crop combination are paddy and moong, cotton and moong, wheat and mustard, groundnut and sunflower, and there are many more to it. Okay, then let's understand intercropping. It is the practice of growing two or more crops simultaneously in the same field. But here there is a catch. It is in a definite row pattern. Okay, so actually mixed cropping is a type of intercropping only. Okay, or you can say that it is an improved version of mixed cropping. Okay, its main objective is to increase the productivity per unit area, and it is usually adopted by small farmers where farmers have least access to irrigation. Some examples are that bajra and cowpea, soybean and maize, etc. So these two, I mean mixed cropping and intercropping, there are various differences. Is there any differences? What do you think? Of course it does. So mixed cropping, it has a target to minimize the risk of crop failure, but intercropping is it targets to increase the productivity. Okay, in mixed cropping the seeds of two crops are mixed before sowing, but intercropping there is no mixing. And mixed cropping is that there are it involves no patterns or rows to sow the crop, but intercropping does have a pattern of rows of crops. Okay, now let's see crop rotation. Okay, let's understand this topic. So the practice of growing of different crops on a piece of land one after another is called crop rotation. Okay, there are various advantages to it, and that's why farmer often practice this cropping pattern. What are those advantages? It improves soil fertility. It reduces the need of fertilizers also. It controls weeds and pests and diseases. Then there are several crops can be grown in succession with only one single soil preparation. Okay, understood. Now let's see crop protection improvement, the next scientific approach. Okay, so to protect crops against diseases caused organism and other harming factors is called crop protection. So there are various methods to it. First we have pest control during growth and storage of grains. Okay, so and when the crop is growing, we need to see if there is any destructive organisms like pest, weeds, insects. Okay, and those can harm our crop and crop products. Okay, there are different types of pest also: weeds, insect, and pathogens. Okay, weeds are unwanted plant that is grown in automatically grown in cultivated field. Examples are xanthium and parthenium. And insects can harm plants in following ways. How? They cut the root, stem, and leaf. They suck the cell sap from various plant of the parts of the plant. Okay, that's how plants get infected. The examples are caterpillars, dragonfly. They destroy the plant. Okay, next we have pathogens. Any organisms such as bacteria, fungi, viruses, which can cause diseases in plant, that is called pathogens. Okay, they are transmitted through air, water, soil, etc. Okay, now let's see crop protection improvement. The next phase, that is storage of grains after harvesting. Storing, proper storing is needed. Okay, if not, then there is no point of high yield production, right? High yield of any crop. Okay, so for getting seasonal foods regularly throughout the year, they are stored in safe storage. But during storage of grains, they can be destroyed and wasted by various means, right? So we need to store the grain properly. Okay, So during storage, damage of grains can take place by two main types of factors. First we have biotic factors and second we have abiotic factors. What are biotic factors? Now, those are by the factors which are influenced by or living organism like insects, rodents, birds, mites, bacteria, fungi, etc. Okay. Abiotic factors are non-living factors. Those are moisture content, humidity, inappropriate temperature. So these factors affect the quality of crop, which can the quality can be degraded, or it can the loss in weight also you can see, or change in color, or poor germinability of seed can be seen. Okay. Okay, now say crop protection improvement. So actually what happens is those biotic and abiotic factors which cause destruction of grains during storage, they can be prevented and controlled by using various ways. So these are the ways to protect the food grains before they are stored for future use. Okay, so first we have is cleaning and drying of the produce before the storing. Okay, and next we have maintaining hygiene of the storage or the go down. Okay, next is fumigation. Fumigation means here chemical pesticides is converted to fumes to kill various pest, insects, etc. The example of fumigant is aluminum phosphate, which is also called black poison. Okay, and for storage devices for storage purpose, various airtight, moisture resistant, and temperature resistant storage devices are have also been developed by various firms. Okay, so that's it for this video. Next, let's see animal husbandry in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching.